So, hello everybody. Today we're going to do an unboxing of a game which is old, no longer available, but I still managed to get an in-shrink copy, and it is the expansion Frozen Waste for Runebound 2nd Edition. Now, in my opinion, Runebound 2nd Edition is one of the best games to ever hit the market. I know I'm not interested in a discussion about which is the better version. I'm not interested in the 3rd edition at all. I watched playthroughs, it just didn't click with me. It's got a chit throwing mechanism, which I detest. And I like the fact that this is probably one of the most sandboxy games and possibly the only true RPG in a box with so many fan-made expansions and so much value that you can get just through what other people who love the game have been doing, that I think it's second to none. The artwork on this one I really love. I mean, I love the fact that they've got a dragon on every single one of them. I kind of like winter and snow if I don't have to drive, so of course Frozen Wastes is important in that way as well. And let's see what's in the box. We've got the expansion information. Like I think with almost every single big board expansion, there is a change to how the game is played. You get an additional map, which you put over the original map. The story is that you have to, in this case, collect clues to where the princess is hidden and then return her to her boyfriend. That's him. Like in the Sands of Al-Khalim, where you have particular, I guess, survival tokens that allow you to survive the desert. Here you're playing in a frozen wasteland, so it's cold. So you will be facing things like frostbite and white death. So this is the overlay map. You can see that it looks very different. You also have a track here which tells you how much frostbite you're taking. There is weather happening in the game, so these values will change as well. And you have survival gear information with regard to, you know, being able to heal. Here you've got the frostbite tokens and other tokens. These are the weather tracks. You have, again, several heroes. Let's just check how many there are. This one looks really interesting. I'd love to paint this one. 1, and I might actually do this. 2, 3, 4. These are lovely sculpts. I might actually end up painting these after all. These are very, very good sculpts, especially this one, and this one, and this one. They are really good. So we also have a couple of cards, of course. We have this is an ally. Rar War. These are the Frozen Waste story. This is the Frozen Waste story deck, so the challenges. Let's see if we can open this. Here we also have some aliens that have come down to Earth. Frost bear cub. I mean, that's just too cute. So you have your Wendigo stalker, very nice. Lone direwolf. So those are the green challenges, and then you've got the blue challenges, some of them, and then of course you would have the red challenges and more yellow challenges as well. Ancient collector, so you have kind of like, this kind of reminds me of Numenera a little bit, with this stuff, or of the Dwemer in Skyrim, with those electronically inclined enemies. Then you've got the red cards, which basically constitute the final battle. There is also a fan-made expansion by Warbringer, which I downloaded, which changes the end game, and you basically try to locate, I think, a cathedral. So very good content out there. And of course there is Cities of Adventures expansion for this as well. Here we've got some market cards, some items. Let me see. Gauntlets of Fortitude, Star of Kelos, Steel-Tooth Trap, Heroes. That's the lady with the cool sculpt. Arvel Worldwalker. At the beginning of her refresh step, she discards one exhaustion. That's really good. She's a ranged well, yeah, you can see this because she has an arrow, but she's really good. 4-2-3. Xyla. If Xyla successfully defends in the ranged, she may take 1 exhaustion to skip the melee phase. That's really good. Karnon. He's that bear type, but he has 5 in the melee. He needs to spend 3 additional gold to hire an ally, probably because he's so monstrous. But while he is defending, his enemy's ranged combat value is reduced by 1 to a minimum of 1. That's serious. That is a good character as well. Laughing Buldar, Okaluk and Rakash. Okaluk and Rakash may attack during 2 phases of combat. That's good, so they do 3 and 4. That's brilliant. Shiva. These are really good cards. Arshan. That is the lover. Let's see what else we've got. These are, you can hire a couple of allies. Whoopsie. I don't know if this was meant to be there twice. Yep. Frida Brani. Okay. Very good. And let's look at these cards. These are more challenge cards. So I'm going to actually take this one for a spin tomorrow. I'm going to do a video on this one. We'll see how this works. So more blue challenges. Arctic Strider, Ancient Enforcer. Again, this Dwemer-like, the Yeti Hunt. Very nice artwork on the Yeti here. Raging Mastodon, Ice Wraith. Very nice, very, very nice. So these are blue challenges, so we'll put them in there. In the challenge deck. I'm also waiting on card sleeves. And here we have the cards that help us locate the princess. I don't know how this actually works. I'll have to read up on this. But it's a really nice expansion. Let's just take one final look and look at the tokens. So here's the princess. You can just pop her out. It's the princess token. And then these are different types of items you can get. A flare crystal can fast travel you to a town. So these are items you can get as a as a reward. And then we have luck stones, which help you to reroll failed skill tests, and snowshoes, which change the result of one movement die, which is quite helpful. I mean, the game has been out of print, I don't know for how many years now. I don't know when the 3rd edition came out. You can still find it. I've got actually an in-shrink German version of the Island of Dread. So if you're interested in getting the German version, you can drop me a line and we can see that we can ship it to you. It is just a really, really good game, simply because it is so easy to expand it, and it is, if anything, it is a romp through a fantasy world. It's nothing more and nothing less. And it is a totally immersive game, which I like playing because it is a game where you can take your time and you just get completely drawn into the world, or I get completely drawn into the world. And it is hard. I'm actually doing a playthrough of one of the small package expansions for the base game at the moment, and it's going terribly. The first video is compiling as we speak. And you know, whereas yesterday I played Rise of the Rune Lords. Not Rise of the Rune Lords, what am I saying? I played the Dragon base game and Rise of the Dragon Lords, I guess it's called. And that went really well. But today, it's just not clicking at all. I'm really suffering here, and I've already gotten knocked out twice, which is quite unusual, you know. Or 3 times even, and it's not going so well, and I'm constantly out of money. So yeah. Okay, so that was the Frozen Waste. I'm looking forward to playing this with you and to taking you on my journey to go to Terranoth once more. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.